Join us on a virtual field trip of Gundam Base Chicago. This is the Fanboy Cantina. Today's video takes us to Rosemont, Illinois, to the fashion outlets of Chicago, to the very first Gundam Base store in the US. Now, I have been to Gundam Base before in Seoul, Korea. This video is from about 2 or 3 years ago. We've got a link to it in the upper right hand corner. Very cool store, very cool to see models on display, but it was unfortunate that a number of things were sold out. So very interested in comparing Gundam Base Chicago. If you're unfamiliar with Gundam or Gunpla model kits, there's a few ways to get engaged. One way is through this build activity. I'm not sure how long this is going to be happening, but it's a few steps away from the store. Great way to get hands-on with the model kits. How cool are these Gundam statues, by the way? Also within the store, you'll find there are a number of QR codes that you can scan, and this is a great way that you can watch episodes of Gundam. You know, Gundam has been around for, I think, 40 plus years at this point. And so you can watch different episodes that have been created over the decades. There's also these displays to help explain, what is Gunpla, what are these model kits, and there are, if you are familiar with Gundam, there are a number of exclusives that you can only find at the Gundam Base. So that's a great incentive for the Gundam fan to come to Gundam Base Chicago. For the Gundam franchise, with the Gundam franchise, what I have loved about it is that just the spectrum of different, Gundam designs and just how imaginative and creative it is. Also, I love that there are different grade kits that allow things for basic beginners, somebody who's just getting into model kits. There's the entry grade level, and that's a great vehicle for them to get started, and at the end of the day, you'll have still a very cool model kit. And then there are different grades as you get more comfortable with model building, and so there's different levels of detail and complexity to these model kits, going all the way up to, perfect grade as the most sophisticated, the most complex model kit. Now, I did find on a number of occasions there would be something cool on display, but unfortunately it was out of stock, like that metallic Gundam right there or right here. I did want to get that, but unfortunately, looking underneath, it was sold out. They had the clear variant or something along those lines. Wasn't interested in that. So as you're navigating through the store, you might want to be somewhat flexible or have a short list of things that you want to add to your collection. For the most part, Gundam Base Chicago is all about the Gunpla model kits. But, by the way, this is a perfect grade Gundam kit. Looks fantastic. It's even better in person, I assure you. But if you're not interested in model kits, there are also these posable action figures. So nothing to put together, nothing to build. They just look great right out of the box. And actually, my very first Gundam, all the way back from 1986 or 1985, is a Bandai posable Gundam figure. One of these days, I'm going to get around to creating a video all about that figure and its backstory. It's one of my favorite toys ever. In terms of Gundam, I love the Custom Zero. I think that's what it is, from Endless Waltz. Love the look of that Gundam. What stands out is how important posing is with these Gundam kits. And so if you're interested in having something that's more of that kind of dynamic look, there are also stands that you can purchase to, add that look and feel to your Gundam kit. I don't know if we're not supposed to talk about this, but post in the comments if you're a Gundam collector, how many kits do you have on deck, ready to go, but you just haven't gotten around to it yet? I'll confess to you, I'm in the camp. I've got a number of kits still in the box that I do plan to get to someday. I just haven't gotten around to there just yet. You know, with these smaller, what do you call them, like chibi kind of Gundam kits, that's really not my thing, but you know, it's still very cool to look at, and they have a bunch of them. There's Gashapon in the far back. My personal opinion, I think it's not a great deal, but if you're interested in those Gashapon, those very small Gundams, they are available here at the store. I've never seen these soldiers before, so that, to me, I thought that was really, really cool. I think that's going to wrap it up for us here at Gundam Base Chicago. A lot of fun and an absolute must-see if you are a Gundam fan. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. This has been the Fanboy Cantina.